Hey, it's JP here with the Mixed Morning Grind. Special guest joining me on the line, Amanda Gendron. Amanda, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Doing fantastic. Now, Amanda, you are a local artist from Sherwood Park, and you've got a brand new song that is set to make its debut here on Mix 107 called Light It Up. Let's talk,
Yeah.
before we talk about the song, let's talk a little bit about you and growing up. Have you been singing for your whole life?
Yeah, pretty much essentially. I've been singing since I was like 6, but I love to perform and stuff like that at a very young age. And then I started to write music at the age of 12. I've loved writing ever since. And Light was actually a song that I wrote when I was 15, and we produced it when I was 15, but I didn't release it for a very long time because I thought that I grew out of it.
Yeah.
But I listened to it and I was like, you know what? It doesn't hurt to put it out there and get things going, because I'm going to be coming up with a single here soon, in February or March. So I'm hoping I can get my name out there as much as possible.
Absolutely. So who are some of your influences growing up? Like, you sitting in your room, who's the artist that you love to listen to?
It's so broad because there's so many talented artists out there. I one of the artists that really impacted me recently in 2018 was Lady Gaga. Her real name's Stephanie. She did A Star Is Born, that movie,
Yep.
and the album was phenomenal. And she did a really good job trying to portray the characters and linking that to the songs. So I was really driven by and inspired by her work. And so since then I've been really working on trying to make an album.
So I'd imagine at 15, putting together this song and then recording it, a pretty daunting process. I know at 15, I wasn't thinking about doing anything to this level. It was definitely not as productive as you are, Amanda. But I obviously going through this and going through the process of recording and all that goes with it behind the scenes, huge learning experience.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's huge. Honestly, it's not even work to me. It's definitely a hobby, and it's definitely something that I love, and it's just part of my life. Making songs is a way to release emotions for me. A lot of people, it's running. A lot of people, it's the gym or other hobbies that they get into. But for me, it's really writing music, and being able to show that to everyone is really a huge gift.
So do you have a writing process? I know I've talked to a lot of songwriters over the years, and some of them are very much like, it is 9:20 on a Tuesday. This is my time to write a song. Other ones, it could happen in the middle of the night or in the middle of the afternoon, and they don't know when the song comes and they can work on it whenever. How do you break down your songwriting process?
Yeah, the second option is definitely me, and definitely a lot more messy than that.
Yeah.
I think I really have to feel like all of my emotions at once. It's the creative brain. It's part of it's biologically and chemically, that's kind of how our brains work. If we're really feeling emotional, we kind of want to go to the creative side. So I definitely get into that. It's very weird because the moods can come and go as they please. And so if I feel like writing a song, I will just start with writing the tune, and then I will get into the lyric writing and stuff, whatever complements the tune that I make at that point.
Now, one of the songs that you did write, and the song that we are going to debut in just a few minutes, is Light It Up. Tell us all
Yeah.
about it. When did the first seed of the idea start?
Um, it's funny because it didn't, like, I was 15, I was super young and never experienced love, never had a boyfriend, never nothing. And I just really wanted to, I guess it was just my first time ever really writing a song that I felt was good enough to kind of produce. And at 15, the world is just kind of like just beginning for you. So
Yeah.
in terms of adulthood and trying to figure yourself out. And so when I wrote this song, the motivation behind it was just experiencing crushes for the first time and knowing what that's all about. And the lyrics really do reflect the first steps of becoming an adult, because some of them are very cliche, I would say. But I am very proud of it. It's very cute.
Sure. And that's the thing too, is like a song like this, we all go through that stage in our life. And especially if you take yourself back to thinking about when you are 15, 16 years old, life is very different. We all still have memories of that. So the song kind of takes you back to that time. And I think that's why it's such a catchy tune. Now Light It Up, was it locally produced too here in the Sherwood Park area?
Yes, I'd like to give recognition to Dan Davidson. He
Okay,
had
the country artist. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually produced it with me. I was auditioning for Big Valley Jamboree at one point, and I attended a songwriting. I think it was just a gathering. I'm not really sure what the main title of it was, but I went there and he was there, and I sang Light. And then he approached me and he said, let's work on it together. And that was the first time I've ever had somebody want to work on a song with me. So I was like, oh, this must be a song that's like actually meant to be produced. So yeah, he came up to me and we started to work on it. It was his production company was called Hands Up Music. I'm not sure if it's still a production company right now, but he did a really good job, and I appreciate all of his hard work that he's put on it. Yeah, for
absolutely. Sure. He's an award-winning producer and musician himself, and definitely put his magic touch on this tune, and we are set to debut it. So thank you very much, Amanda, for chatting with us, giving us this new song. Always love exploring the local talent that we have here in our backyard, and this is a perfect example of that. So congratulations on your new song making its debut here on Mix, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for having me.